Hello, everybody. I am going to walk you through how to complete this novel summary. So the way that I try to structure lessons for you is that they kind of build off of one another. As we go forward here for the last 5 weeks, you have had very consistent assignments that have all looked the same. Things are going to get a little bit different, but I will walk you through everything, and I do try to make sure that the work you're doing builds off of previous assignments, so you're not just left out there floundering and unsure of what to do next. So, if you look over your novel exploration worksheet that you should have finished earlier this week, you will see that all of the answers that you need to put into your summary, which is down here, are in your exploration worksheet. So all the hard work has really already been done for you. I want you to use the information from the worksheet to help you complete this assignment. So what this assignment is, it's a summary of what happened in your book, okay? And we're going to use what are called sentence frames, which is down here, to help you construct a successful summary of your novel. I know that for some of you, if I were to say, hey, I just want you to write a paragraph summarizing what happened in your novel, that would be terrifying. Okay, and some of you, that wouldn't be so horrible, but what I've decided to do is give you what's called a frame. So I give you some words to start and then some ideas to add in. And so really making sure sentences are complete and make sense is up to you, but I have given you the frame to be very successful with this, okay? When you've completed this frame, you will see that you've written a paragraph with complete ideas. So here we go. If you think back to when we did the little Mad Lib assignment, this is similar in that it has the boxes that you will fill in, okay? So I've started with the novel, and then you're just going to click here and you'll write your novel title here, and you need to make sure you capitalize the title as it is written. So if you go back and you look at your worksheet, if I've given you feedback on your novel title saying, hey, you need to make sure this is capitalized or don't capitalize this, go ahead and insert those changes here. Okay, so you just need to make sure it's properly capitalized. All you'll do is you will highlight this, and then you will replace it with what you read. So the title of your book here. So let's say I read Ender's Game. I would put that there. Okay, and then it says by, and then I'm going to put the author's name here. Make sure you capitalize the first and last name. Some authors will give you initials followed by a period. You need to make sure you do that. So Ender's Game is written by an author who goes by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Okay, so make sure, oh wait, no, it's not. That is a different author. It is written by Orson Scott Card. Okay, so that Scott Fitzgerald is an example of how you would do it if the author gives you a name, just an initial, I mean. This is, the author gives you his full name, okay? So make sure each one of these names is capitalized. So, you see as we go, all of a sudden my sentence is starting to make more sense. There's not all these long lines here. Okay, so the novel Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card takes place in, and here you are going to give the location, and you're going to give the time period. So we are establishing the setting of your novel. And that was also, you wrote all that out already on your exploration worksheet, okay? And again, if I've given you some feedback of, I'm not sure that that's where it took place, or, you know, if we've gone back and forth over it, make sure whatever the final edit was, that that's what you're putting in here. Okay, so Ender's Game takes place on a spaceship in the future. Okay, and look at that. I've already given you a period and everything. Okay. Oh, and see here, look at this. Takes place in, and then I wrote on, so go ahead and remove the in. Okay, because otherwise we've got a weird sentence. The main character is, and you're going to give the name of your main character here. So his name is, oops, I completely deleted the box. If you do that, you can just hit Control Z on your keyboard, or if we just scooch up here and look, the undo button, click that, it'll do the same thing, okay? It'll undo any mistake you just made. So, the main character, his name is Ender, and I'm sure the book gave his last name, but right now, off the top of my head, I can't remember. If your book gave the last name, please go ahead and use it. I don't have the book on hand, so I can't look up what his last name is, okay? So the main character is Ender. So see here, I've got this depending on the gender of your character. If you have a he, okay, or you might have a she. Make sure you make this make sense. Okay, so he is, here you're going to give a list of traits, physical and personality, that make your character who he or she is. You don't need to give everything. Give the important details, okay? We just want to give a brief snapshot of what this character is like. So I can tell you that Ender, I read this book a long time ago, but here's what I remember about him, okay? He is, he is small for his age, a hard worker, and highly intelligent. All right. If this bothers you that the box has moved what you wrote down to a new line, you can remove the box and just put your answer here, okay? It's up to you. You don't have to make all the formatting look perfect, but if that is something that bothers you, go ahead, take the box out, and just write as you normally would, and it will make it look like a normal paragraph, okay? So far in this novel, you're going to go back to your novel exploration worksheet. You're going to look at the top 3 to 5 events you listed, and you're just going to pick the first one. And that's what you're going to put here, okay? So far in this novel, let's see here. Ender was taken from his family by the IF and sent to, I think it's called Battle School. Okay. And again, if it going down to the next line bothers you, go ahead, remove the box, and just type what you're going to type, and it will follow the same formatting, okay? Then you're going to put in here the second event you listed that was important in your book, okay? So you'll just take event number 2 and put it here. Some of you only have 3 big events, and that is fine. If that's the case, you are going to delete these 2 because you don't need them. If you only have 3 events, you don't need them. So you just highlight them and delete. And then it says this should be the last event from your list, and you'll just put your 3rd event here, okay? If that's not the case, if you have, let's say, 4 events, you'll say after that, and you'll pick event number 3, put it in here, okay? And then you'll remove this because you don't need it because you only have 4 events, so the last event will go here. And if you have 5 events, you will fill in all of these blanks. And once you are done with that, you have a paragraph that summarizes your book. I would recommend reading it to yourself because, and it sounds silly and kids hate doing it, okay? But if you read what you wrote out loud to yourself, you're going to catch any errors that you might have made. Okay, so let's say that I had, there was one, here we go. Had I not noticed this before. If I read through this and I was all the way done, if I read through my summary, in the novel Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, the novel Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card takes place on a spaceship. Oh wait, that doesn't sound right. I should take out this word here, okay? So just read through it once to yourself to see if it all makes sense. And if it does, go ahead and submit it to the assignment. If it doesn't, just make those quick changes. If you need help with this, please, please, please let me know. Remember, I don't know you're struggling unless you tell me you're struggling, and I'm more than happy to help you. So please let me know. Good luck on this, and let me know if you need any help.